What's up, guys? Welcome back to Tennessee Disc Golf. We have the 2025 Scenic City Open sponsored by Chick-fil-A and Gravity Disc Golf. Shout out to Stephen Miller, our tournament director. We're out here at Happy Valley Farms. I got
Idris Garcia, brand new course in the area. Love seeing a new course come to Chattanooga. Happy Valley is pay to play, $10 a round, $150 for the year. We're going to see some good disc golf out here.
Oh yeah, super fun property, super beautiful. Let's see who we got on the card.
Leading off, we got Mr. Joey Lutz. Found out he actually played this blind. So first time seeing the course, we're going to witness it together on camera. Joey Lutz, been around the Chattanooga area for a long time. And then Mr. Will Parris, young up-and-comer in the area. Excited to see what he's got out here. I know he's got a good arm, and this is the course for it.
For sure. Next up, we got Dave Surmann, local legend, great mustache. Ready to watch him play.
Is he peeping his stats over here?
It looks like it. And then we got Mr. Sam Auffarth, Mr. Prodigy himself. Watching him throw some lefty shots, that'll be fun to see some new lines.
Yeah, definitely some unique lines out here from Sam. Going into hole number 1, par 3, 412 feet right out of the jump.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Got a little bit of a gap late in the fairway, but for the most part, just got to keep it straight. Get yourself up there.
Looks like they got some downhill help here right out of the car.
For sure.
Quick shout out to Mr. Kyle Burriss as well. He's handling the second cam here.
Joey looks to be not quite flipping it over enough, going a little early, but he sneaks up there to somewhere in mid C2. He got a putt.
Yeah, I didn't catch that gap. So we see Will setting up here to throw his backhand.
Will keeping it out there a little wider, just kind of flipped it over a little bit and caught one of those trees.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty big gap down there. Dave flips his over too and kept it low, so didn't really have any time to flex out at all. Could be some long putts for these guys starting their rounds.
For sure. Sam, the lefty, see if he can work a turnover down in there.
That is a tough shot for a lefty.
Yeah, we got big old collection zone down there early right. Shouldn't be too hard of an up and down, but you never know.
Definitely didn't expect Joey to be the closest, but...
Oh.
So Will found a hole behind him. So he's going a little pitch sidearm here.
Will has an incredibly good sidearm. I have played with him so much, and he is an absolute monster with a sidearm, I'll tell you.
Well, that one was definitely smooth.
Mm-hmm.
Dave a little more pinched on his, but gets it out there nicely.
A little Burkett looked like up to the pin.
I feel like that's Chattanooga's disc.
I know.
Same
with 3. See if we can't get at least one birdie. Come on, Joey.
Talk about someone I've played a lot of rounds with. I've seen a lot of these go in.
Aw, dang. Let me down.
Looks like it should be easy pars for everyone. We'll see as they go around the circle here.
Yeah, definitely look a little breezy, too, out there. These putts can get away from you if you're not careful.
Yeah, love seeing the nice touch of the flags on the baskets out here, letting you know the wind's looking that day. And that adds a nice touch.
100%. This is a beautiful property. Very well put together.
And we are off to hole number 2, all pars to start us out.
Yeah, hole number 2 here. We got 525, par 4, coming out the gap, low ceiling. You just kind of want to make it out of that gap. That's the big thing. Punch it into this hill as far as you can get down the fairway, and then you're going to have a uphill shot into the green. It would be blind if it wasn't for this absolutely massive American flag we got here. Beautiful. It's pretty open, so you definitely want to put it close, especially in this wind. Sidearm is definitely a great shot off the tee. Get it low with that nose up, get a little bit extra distance.
Joey definitely known for that sidearm power game. Lips it out there nicely.
Oof.
He bit off a lot there.
Yeah, that is a great spot to be.
Looks like he'll be throwing pretty much straight across at the basket, kind of eliminating that uphill.
I have not seen anybody make it out that gap this far. No surprise it would be Joey to do that. But Will also smashes the sidearm.
Looks like it just came out a little low out of the hand. Didn't quite get the same flight as Joey was able to.
Dave with the hyzer flip. Piped it. That's a good golf shot right there.
That's a beautiful shot. I don't see him take a run up on sidearms very often, so he was feeling that one.
Oh, yeah. And then lefty backhand. Yeah, everyone's made it out the gap. First shot done. Now this hole's a lot on the upshot. That's definitely probably the most important part of this hole.
I feel like the part of the tough thing on uphill shots is just your footing.
Yeah, it's very easy to yank them a little bit. Not able to rotate through the shot fully. Will did that a little bit there, but he's got about circle's edge, maybe just outside.
Definitely gives himself a putt. Sam up next.
Oh, I tried to go a little straighter line, but it looks like the wind just took that one and beat it down.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a tough putt. Especially slightly elevated basket in this wind. There's a standstill you're talking about.
There's Dave. Hazarding out a little early for him, and he's short. Yeah, it just looks like he didn't quite get enough on it there.
Yeah, it can be hard to read the distance on this hole.
Joey, after a massive shot off the tee,
dang,
goes right over the basket. Looks like a little bit of a fortunate reaction off the ground there, catching the edge of that mowed grass, so it didn't skip too far.
For sure. Sam with the long bid, keeping it close. That's about all you can really hope for with a putt like that in this wind on the slightly elevated basket. You don't need to take any unnecessary strokes running those too hard.
It's like Dave just hazards out around the basket. Didn't quite catch any metal, so he'll have a tester coming back early in the round.
For sure, those can be nervy. Will knocking it down. Nice cam already.
That's a great stroke. Heart of the chains, never a doubt, on a laser of a line straight at the basket.
Will's got a very solid putt. He doesn't really have a lot of weak points. He can do all the angles, all the stances. Nice spin putt.
It's always good to see great young players starting to develop and keep the great tradition alive here at Chattanooga.
Ooh, two nice cams.
Joey, part of the people that have just been around for a while, been really successful here in Chattanooga, showing us the way and making a beautiful putt on hole number 2. It's quite a beard he's got rocking too.
For real, he's got a little bit of gray coming in there.
Mountain man.
Dave coming back for par. Oof, snuck it in there a little high, but he got it in. That's what counts.
That's a great putt for Dave. I feel like if Dave gets his putter going, he's a dangerous man.
Oh, 100%. Couple of cleanups. Not too shabby.
Splitting it up 2 and 2, 2 birdies, 2 pars, going into hole number 3. Par 3, 308 feet. We are now taking ourselves back down the hill slightly. Got some guardian trees up before the basket.
Yeah, a little OB left as well with the fence there. So if you throw the backhand, you especially get a little wind lift, it can get away from you and you can go OB quick.
Joey's going to go with that straight to slightly turned sidearm with the berg.
Going berg here is insane. And parked. About 20 feet. That's wild. This shot might be downhill, but it plays pretty far.
It's just great showing off the touch after showing off the big power on the hole before. Will going with that backhand, little flex shot.
Maybe a good push. Maybe pushing a little long, but he'll have another about 35, 40-foot putt. He's already made one before, so he might be able to knock down another one.
Dave's going with that backhand as well. Looking for a little bit of turn.
Real nice straight line. Just needs to sit a little bit. Checked up nicely. It might even be close enough he can get relief from that OB fence and be a little bit closer. Probably about 25, 30. And the lefty.
Trickling
Looking
down.
good. Got a little bit too much steam. A little long, but he's got a nice uphill putt. Doesn't have to be too scared running that one.
Yeah, he'll get a full go at it. Here goes Will. A little bit outside the
Bang.
circle, it looks like.
Again, back to back. It's just so clean. So clean. Not a single wobble.
Another great putt out of Will there. Start his round strong. 2 holes in a row with a nice cam. Here's Sam up next. As you said, nice safe uphill run here. Gives it a full go.
Just a little bit high. Faded out a tiny bit early. Oh, dang.
Looks like Dave's maybe in a ditch there. Slightly bad footing.
Yeah, I just caught a tiny bit of the nubs coming in, flopped it out.
Sam cleans up his par, and Joey was just absolutely parked for his birdie.
Not too bad. Another 2 birdies and 2 pars there. Moving on to hole 4. Par 3, 375. Slightly through this little valley. Got a creek short and Mando on the right. Looking to make this straight gap. Probably about 60 feet from the basket. Pretty tough shot. Plays a little bit longer than 375 as well, I'd say.
I feel like that is a late Mando, not letting you flip your disc over too hard if you're trying to flex it in. Joey showing us a nice driving backhand. Stays on that same straight line the whole way.
Yeah, drying up just a little bit short, but he's got a putt. We'll take that.
Well, going a little bit more of a hyzer line.
Yeah, I like this. It's looking solid. Just needs to miss that one. Oh, sneaks just around it, and that's perfect.
That line.
Oh, and we're going to get a replay of Will's shot. Take another look at that line. He's just a replay machine early in the round.
Yeah. Will's off to a good start. It can be scary if he gets on a heater early. See if Dave can replicate. Also taking that slightly right side line. Oh, just barely caught that second guardian up there.
A long outside look. Sure, he'll probably give it a nice run.
This hole's a solid hole to be a lefty on. I like being able to work the disc right to left here. Plays a little bit better. Faded out a tiny bit early, but he's probably just outside circle, maybe circle's edge. It's a solid look. Coming back into the headwind though.
Yeah, it looks like, even though it's one of the more wooded holes we've seen so far, definitely some breeze up there. Everybody safely crossing the ditch.
Dave first to go at it.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
What a putt.
Dang. Starting the highlight reel already, man. Everybody. No basket is safe.
I mean, that was huge.
Yeah, I mean, that looks to be at least 80 feet. Maybe even farther. Oh, with the fist pump. He's hype.
I love seeing a hype Dave Surmann. Man, point at the cam. He's letting us know. Don't worry about it, Dave. We got you, dog.
See if Joey can avoid being big putted with the stepper.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, do these guys even miss?
It's just
What is going on?
draining.
Dead center.
Huge putt. Another fist bump. People are getting hype early.
Is disc golf easy? Just
Not for me,
oh
unfortunately.
yeah, I feel that.
I had to do too much work. Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
This is getting excessive.
What a putt from Sam.
Holy crap.
I mean, it's just so hard to watch people make 80 footers, 50 footers,
Right.
and then you got to step up to a 40 footer and you drain it.
In the headwind too. No pressure, Will. Okay, man, what a start frame. Wow. That hole, whenever I seem to play, rarely has a birdie. So to see a start frame on that is wild.
Yeah. Can't say I was expecting it off the drives. Beautiful. Moving into hole number 5. I don't know how it gets much more exciting than that. Par 3, 300 feet. This looks like a must birdie right here. Just got this one Guardian to beat out in the middle. Pick your poison. Backhand, forehand. Gotta get this one.
Yeah, it can be a little bit tricky to get the distance right or the angle right with this downhill, but I mean, there really is nothing in the way of this shot except your own brain. Ugh, a little short there.
No ground play for Joey there into that thick stuff. And it's like you're saying, I mean, he's playing it blind, so it can be tough to get a read.
True. I like how they have the circle mode so that if you land outside, you can't really play the skip in. Ooh, a little high. It looks like maybe a tiny bit of a slip.
Didn't look super happy with it. Drifts off a little bit. I mean, it's a long putt, but I can't put it past these guys to make this route. So we'll see what happens.
Dave with the wasp. Just putting it up there, letting it glide back in. So, I mean, a little bit short. Not quite ideal. Sam taking the left side lefty route.
Little overcooked out of his hand.
Oh, man. And he finds the OB Creek.
Yeah, once it got turned over, it just wasn't going to hook up in time to get out of that ditch.
And, man, the wind is really picking up. It was breezy before. Oh, my goodness.
What a run.
Almost.
Great run there. Used the wind so well to hold his disc up. Just came up short.
Sam next for the par save. Same thing, just a tiny bit undercommitted. It can be hard to trust the wind. We got a magnet on the cage going on right now. Let's see if Joey can get past that. The wind also seems pretty swirly. It was a right to left on the tee. Let's go, Joey.
Nice.
Nicely done. Looks like he just kind of flicked his wrist, let the wind do the rest of the work.
Humming in there.
Another nice putt for Joey. That puts him at 4 down through 5 holes. A really, really good start for him.
Sam with the unfortunate bogey there, finding the OB. Rest should just be clean up for par.
Dave and Will with some short work left. Sam, unfortunately, our first bogey of the day. Joey just stays on a heater.
Yeah, he's off to a good pace. Now on to hole 6. We got par 3, 393. You got these 2 guardian trees. If you're a lefty or throwing the sidearm, you can get stuck in that pine tree, and it is not fun. And then vice versa with the backhand hyzer or the lefty sidearm, you got this one big guardian stopping you from making it across this little ditch. But besides that, there's not a whole lot in between you and the bucket. Joey going the sidearm hyzer here, it looks like. Oof. Just burnt it over a little bit. It looked like he wanted to get a little bit more height than hyzer angle on that thing.
Yeah, and that's the tough part about that small gap. It forces you all the way around, and that just is a longer shot that you really have to throw a lot harder and with a little bit less control.
100%. This hole is very hard to park, but very easy to end up 45, 50 feet. As we see here. I want a little bit closer. He's Probably just barely outside there. Looks like it made it just past the ditch.
And unlike the last one, this one is a casual ditch, so no speed on this one.
Flipped it over a little bit, but she's trying to come back. Looks like that'll be in the little ditch, but he should be about 25, 30. Pretty solid shot.
Had a nice shape on it. Here goes Sam going with that flip up as well. And again, just a few times out of Sam's hand, the disc has just gone all the way over. Hasn't really allowed him to get that full flight that he's looking for.
Yeah, this wind is rough. It is flipping everything over right now. Joey with the long look. Oh my goodness.
A good line on it, just dries up a little bit short.
Can't be too mad with that.
Yeah, easy.
Sam actually got a pretty solid look over here. Looks like he didn't even want no part in that. Just putting it close.
Goes Will getting back on the train.
Start the tally. How many nice cams? Over or under 50?
I know we should have started. Unbelievable. I mean, these guys putting on a clinic on the green. These are, I mean, mentally, to do these over and over again in the wind, in a tournament setting, really impressive.
Yeah. Dave actually looks like he took his relief to the other side of the ditch here. Slightly longer putt, but better footing. Does not pay off. Just slightly hyzered before the basket.
Oh, and another nice confident stroke there. Makes the comebacker.
Tough get. Will with the lone birdie. Oh, no.
Splashes out that strong side.
Some troubles on the green, but Will with the lone birdie. Tying it back up with Joey. Off to a pretty good start.
Couple of 4 downs as we look at hole number 7. It's another par 3, 339 feet. Another nice little gap. These guys have to hit some guardians well short of the green. So you better make sure you get past those.
Also a little bit of an OB fence left to worry about if you hyzer it off too soon. Or maybe if you're Sam and you turn it over. Oof. Good looking line, just pulled just ever so slightly too far right.
Yeah, and a big kickoff to the left there, but thankfully stays in. Joey a little low and also catches a tree.
Thought it was past that one. It kind of just had one to beat there. Dave going with the sidearm. Standstill too.
Interesting play there from Dave. And
man,
he was going more straight. I thought he would go a little bit of a flex play.
Again, just catching that last tree. Can somebody make it treeless? Oh, snuck past it. Just a little bit short, but he's up there.
A lone man to make it past the Guardians, so we'll see some upshots here. And if one of these goes in, I'm leaving.
Oh no. More like goes into the tree branch to Dave.
A shot.
Just a little bit too high.
Yeah, hands on the head there. Was not happy with that one.
Will leaking it just a tiny bit, but it's just fine. About 20 feet should make do for that par. Joey actually kicked over a little bit far left here. Oh man.
All right, Joey, take it easy, buddy.
Joey with a berg is a dangerous man. Never know when it's going to go in. Dave with the par look. Just a little low.
Never quite gave that one a chance. Here comes Sam with a birdie putt.
Can he take a stroke on the entire card? It'd be nice. Just a little bit high. Better to miss overcommitted than undercommitted. Last few putts a little low. He'll put him. Oh no, it will. Just pulling a tiny bit.
And that's just really frustrating. Not a great way to drop a stroke there.
Especially after how many 35-footers he's made already.
Right. Sam cleans up his par. Joey will hopefully do the same here.
There we go. Oh, nice hands.
Fumble.
Unfortunate bogey for Dave and Will.
Tough hole there for the squad. A couple of bogeys and a couple of pars. No one really had a great look at it. So hole 7, playing really tough today.
Now on to hole 8. Super tight gap off the tee. Can barely fit through there. And then another gap. Slightly downhill off the tee, but then kind of raises back up once you get to the basket. If you make the gap, that's kind of the main goal of the tee shot. You're going to get yourself a putt. But man, it is a tough gap to hit.
And they're going to have to shake the frustrations from the last hole off pretty quickly.
Not a great start.
Tough gap.
And a tough lefty shot. I do not know what I'd do if I was lefty. Got to take something super understable, work it, just like that, pretty much.
Nice shot there.
What a line.
Yeah, he's putting.
Just a tiny bit low, but I mean, that is such a tough shot for a lefty. And Will, what is he doing here?
Interesting. Going flex sidearm. I guess trying to go inside of those trees.
I don't hate this.
Okay.
I actually kind of love it.
Working back towards the
Yeah, that is pretty great. I have not seen that line yet.
Pretty line.
Sick.
Definitely creative. Here goes Dave going all the way around. Oh, did that kiss the tree?
I don't know, but it was great either way.
I know it's parked. I know that happened. What a shot from Dave.
Perfectly executed. Let's get a little replay. I think it missed the tree, but still, I mean, perfect shot.
Beautiful shot out of Dave.
Exactly what you want to do.
Great bounce back after the bogey on the last hole.
100%. Get you rolling, get this birdie, hopefully get the next, get rolling into that back 9.
And not having to worry about the putt either, just absolutely putting it under the basket.
Here's that berg again. 1 of 2 in his bag.
And just
no fear.
Throwing shots right at the basket.
A little long, but I like the aggressiveness.
Hopefully nothing to worry about the way these guys have been putting.
Man, just barely left.
It's tough not to capitalize on such a nice shot. Like you said, tough hole for a lefty and just unable to finish it off. Hey, it's same for Will. Both of them going a little too far on that strong side.
Joey coming back for his par. Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
It's infectious.
Unfortunate results on the green here for the boys.
Dave is licking his chops, though. He's taking strokes on everybody.
Yeah, he's definitely glad he's not putting now.
Yeah. Everybody on your card just pulling up a little bit.
Yeah, here he got this.
Hey. Oh, with the literal drop-ins. What a guy.
Earned himself a PBR with that.
Oh, yeah.
Hole number 9, last hole here on our front side. Par 3, 375 feet. It's open, but way up the hill.
Yeah, and the green definitely slopes a solid bit right to left, so it can be very easy to fade out, and you will end up much farther away than you would want to be. Dave with the sidearm, probably just trying to play the hyzer into the hillside. A little bit of flip. Looks pretty good. Just a little bit overturned, it seems. Gonna have a long putt coming up that hill into a bit of a headwind.
It's a long way to carry uphill, but does a really nice job of getting it nice and high, giving it some flight time.
Sam just striping it up the middle. Also a little short. It says 375, but this uphill definitely comes into play. And slight low ceiling off the tee. I'd say this probably plays closer to 4.
Will bring in that ceiling into play. Probably tips a branch that sends him nose up. And not going to let him retain that power to push up that hill.
So far, everyone coming up short. Let's see if Joey can correct and push this up here. It is definitely a long way for a sidearm, but if there's somebody to throw a long sidearm, it's definitely Joey.
He's out of the gap clean.
This looks great.
Line looks beautiful.
Oh,
Still just a little short. Looks like the wind's fighting him a little bit too. It's blowing back towards the tee.
yeah, headwind. Any nose up you get pushes it up and makes it stall out. Tough to get the distance. Will, just smart play, putting it up there. Not really giving it much chance to do anything crazy. He'll take his par. Similar thing with Sam there. Definitely don't want to get too aggressive and run something, especially if you're on the right side of this hole. Run it too hard and go down that slope.
Yeah, it looks like this one, if you catch some metal, you could get some rolls.
100%. Joey with the one solidly closed birdie putt. Oof. Man, those left and right side chains for everybody.
Tough.
The gallery.
Dave shooing everyone away. Gonna concentrate on this par putt. He converts on it, stays under par.
Should just be a whole bunch of cleanups here.
Yeah, easy peasy for these guys.
Not too shabby. We've had some highlights. We've had some struggles on the green. Got Joey and Will, 3 down on the front. Dave, 1. And Sam needs to pick up the pace a little bit, sitting at 1 over.
That'll do it for the front 9 here on Tennessee Disc Golf. Back 9 action on the same channel. So make sure that you check it out. Scenic City Open right here on Tennessee Disc Golf.
Good stuff.